We have we have another regression. We have another table. So you think stat, edit, stat, calc. All right. So I'm gonna go. Oh, now I've lost one. All right. So stat, edit. I'm gonna go up, clear, go down, and goes away. Up, clear, down, it goes away. 0 through 7. So 0, 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. All right. And then we've got 112, 192, 240, 258. Where's that 6? I think it was 256. 240, 192, 112, and then it hits the ground at 0, right? That's the height. So now I'm going to do stat. So stat, edit, and then you do your calculation. So you arrow over to calc. Now my ball is right here on the building, and then you go down, it goes up and then it goes down. That would be quadratic, right? So I'm going to go, there's the y equals, I'm going to clear this out. All right, so if I do zoom 9, I can see there's my quadratic. All right, so I'm going to do stat, calc, and that's number 5. It's quadratic regression. I want to store it, so I'm going to do alpha, trace, enter, enter, enter. Okay, and that's, you can't get any better than that. R squared is 1. That's a perfect regression. All right, and so I get, there's the model. All right, I'm going to substitute in. So y equals, was it negative 16? There's gravity, right? X squared, physics people. Negative 16x squared plus 96x. And then 112. That's 112. All right. And then it says use the equation to find the maximum height. All right. So I'm going to go second trace. All right. And I want to do the maximum. So that's number 4. And I want to left bound. So I'm going to type in like 2, x equals 2, enter. And so I can see them to the left. And then let's see, maybe x equals, I know 7 is when it hit the ground. So I'll say 5 for the right bound. All right, so I've definitely got 1 to the left, 1 to the right. And then I'm going to hit enter for the guess. And the maximum is at when x is 3, y is 256. And coincidentally, that is 256, all right? And that would be feet. All right, that happens to be on here, all right, but you can't just pick the highest number, all right? That was just a coincidence. Do not just pick the point that has the highest number. And then it says, how long did it take for it to reach? Well, that would be the x value, right? So that would be the 3 seconds, all right? So that would be time, all right? And then now this last one, these are from the second unit, right? It's got squared, right? So I know it's parabola. It's right. I've got an x squared. So this is going to be a parabola. A is -2, so I know it's going to open down. Okay. And it's in vertex form. So here's my transformation, right? The vertex is going to be at +3, right? This moved it over to the right 3. And then this moved it up 1. All right, so the vertex is going to be over 3, to the right 3, and up 1. Okay, that was my transformation. And then I know that it is negative, right? So it's reflected, and it's also stretched, the 2. So I'm going to go over 1 and down 2, and then over 1 and down 6. And then I'll go left 1 and down 2, right? It's symmetrical. And then over 1 and down 6, all right? And if, to be sure, I'm going to just check I'll just put that into the calculator, make sure I've got my points exactly right. So the y equals, I'm going to clear that out, turn off the plot, and I'm going to type in -2, parentheses, x minus 3 squared plus 1. And I'll look at the graph there. Oops, I need to zoom 6, right? Zoom 6, so that's normal. Okay, so to look at the table, I'll find my vertex, which is at 3, 1. All right, I can see right there, it's in the middle, 3, 1. And then I've got 4, -1, check. 2, -1, okay, so check. And then the other ones are at 5, -7, and 1, -7. So these points are right. The axis of symmetry goes through the vertex, and it's a vertical line, so it has, you've got a vertical line, it has an undefined slope, so it's x equals something. Well, all these x's on this line have a value, an x coordinate of 1, 2, 3. X equals 3. And notice x equals 3. It goes through the vertex. The axis of symmetry is a vertical line, and it goes through the vertex. The y-intercept is where x equals 0. All right, so if x equals 0, I'm going to look at my table. When x equals 0, y is -17. When x equals 0, y is -17. That's a point. The domain, well, it goes forever. Right here, my ends, right? The end behavior goes forever to the left and forever to the right. -infinity to +infinity. Which is the set of all real numbers, right? The range, the highest y value would be that 1. Here's your range. The highest value is 1. It starts out at -infinity, right? You always go from the smallest on the left to 1, square bracket, and then I would write that as y is less than or equal to 1. So that is number 16, the review.